Not all garden pests stay in the garden. In today's Hands-On Gardening report, Corey Malice tells us how to keep unwanted visitors from your pantry.
Today we are talking pantry pests in Hands-On Gardening. I'm joined by Steve Hunziker from the UW Extension Office. And Steve, there's nothing more annoying than going to open a bag of chips or a bag of flour and you find these interesting critters inside.
And that's some of the products that we're first going to find them in, Corey. And unfortunately, it's not necessarily a matter of cleanliness or what we're doing around our home. It's just that we've had one of these invaders come in. And many times they're going to get into the boxes like we see here with the cereal box, in through the cracks of that container. Even some of our plastic type of containers, they can actually bore through or move into those. And so even though we think they're sealed, they're going to be there. Other things to consider, Corey, really are looking in our garages for some sources. Bird foods, pet foods might be potential places. Even some of our floral arrangements, if we let them dry, might be a place that they've started from.
Okay, and what are some of the most common ones?
Well, if we look at it, Indian meal moth is probably one most people will recognize. Flower beetle, green weevils are all potential pests that we might start to see in various stages throughout our home.
And most of these you'll see in larval form if you open up the containers.
The larval form will be inside, but usually when we start to notice them being around, it's the adults that are crawling on the cupboards or starting to fly around in the kitchen.
Around. Exactly, and probably the best way to prevent this is to put your snacks in sealed containers, plastic sealed containers.
Yes, things that we're going to keep for a longer duration, we want to put them in some kind of plastic that we can actually close the lid or put covers on. The other thing that we can do is if we have the problem come in, we can take some of those products that we know are clean to avoid the generations continuing, put them in the freezer, usually at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or lower for 4 days is really what we're looking at for our time frame that they're going to have to be in there. You can even do that with those floral arrangements and other things that we need to actually freeze them out on.
All right, Steve, some good advice there. Good luck on your snacks this season. That is today's Hands-On Gardening.